All right, we're on. Just give it a second for everyone to show up.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Fatima, and thank you for joining us on this Youth Ihtikaf online. Inshallah, what we're going to do tonight, we're going to be providing a very fun program for you all. We'll be going through Quran, we're going to have a story time, we'll have a Kahoot challenge for all of you to participate in. We're going to have an interesting craft, and we're going to have a couple other challenges that you'll be able to participate in, inshallah. So to begin, we're going to start with the Quran recited by Ali bin Sa'd.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah khair for that recitation. Next, we will have a story by Ali Batti, Tweens and the Messenger. That way we can give some more time for everybody to join on and listen to the Kahoot. Um, inshallah, we'll begin that now.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. I hope everybody's really enjoying the Ramadan, enjoying their itikaf, enjoying the middle of Ramadan that we're at. Now, I want to tell you guys some really, really interesting stories of the Prophet ﷺ that have to do with how he interacted with tweens and teenagers and young people. You all know that the Prophet ﷺ loved children. In fact, when the Prophet ﷺ was proposing to Salama actually gave an excuse. She said, Ya Rasulullah, I have a lot of children. And the Prophet ﷺ said, I love children. Right? Like he loved children. He would come and he would hug children and pat children on their heads and he would make dua for them. He loved children and he loved kids. And kids loved him. He was very approachable. So much so that when the Prophet ﷺ would come back from a journey into Medina, he would line up the kids and he would say, the first one to touch me is going to get a prize. And he would say, go, right? And all the kids would come and running and they'd all fly and they land on the Prophet ﷺ and take him down, right? And you can imagine they're all laughing and the Prophet ﷺ would take the first person who would win and give him a prize. And usually it would be a Sahaba by the name of, a young boy by the name of Abdullah bin Jafar. And this is the famous Abdullah bin Jafar bin Abi Talib. His father, Jafar Tayyar, was murdered. He died shaheed in a battle. And the Prophet ﷺ took a very keen interest in care for him and his brothers. And he would win a lot of these races. So the Prophet ﷺ would take him and put him on his horse right in front of him. And usually second place would be either Hassan or Hussein radiallahu anhum, his grandsons. So one of them, would be riding in the back. Now, it's amazing that during this time, the Prophet ﷺ would come. And one of my favorite stories, the Prophet ﷺ was coming one time after a journey. All the kids were all getting ready, right? They're all they got so used to it, he didn't even have to say line up. They'd all be like ready, right? They're like all lined up, ready to go, smiling, right? So one time he's coming on a horse, and before any race, before anything could happen, he's still coming on the horse. There was a young girl, a little bit older. She was like a tween, right? She nudges her friend, and her name was Amina bin Salt. She nudges her and she says, I dare you, Amina, to ask the Messenger of Allah to ride on his horse. And she, she wasn't really thinking. How like when you get a dare, you're just like, yeah, okay, right? So she's like, okay. So she's like, Ya Rasulullah, can I ride on your horse? And the Prophet literally stops his horse and says, hop on the horse. So she's like, what am I gonna do? And her friend's like, dude, like, you gotta jump on the horse. So she goes on the horse. Now she's like behind the Prophet. They're going on the saddle and they're going. She's a young girl, right? She's a tween. And the horse comes to a stop. And like when the horse is going, you're kind of galloping like this, so you're moving like this. And the horse kind of stops, comes to a halt. And right at that moment, she has an accident. And it's really embarrassing, right? For those that know, it was her first menstruation cycle. Like it was like an accident, right? Like it was beyond embarrassing, right? So the process of, look how beautiful this is, right? Like, can you imagine if you had an accident in a car or in a bus and you're sharing the same seat? It'd be really embarrassing, right? Look what the Prophet does. He takes a cloth and he just hands it to her like this. And he says, he says to Amina, just take this cloth and dip it in water, mix it with salt, and you could use that to clean yourself. And he says it, just smiling, just casually, like, don't worry, it's all good, don't worry, right? And then look at how amazing it is, right? He recognizes, this is an embarrassing situation. Also, how did he know about it? He has 360-degree vision. So as he's coming, Allah gave him a miracle that he could see right behind him, clearly, as he could see in front of him. So he could see that she's like, oh my God, so embarrassed, right? So what does he do? He goes in his pocket or something like that, and he takes out a beautiful necklace, and he comes and he gives it to her as a gift, right? And she's like, what? Like, I just like straight had an accident, and now I'm getting I'm getting a gift. Like, who does that? The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam does that, right? Our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he hooks it up like that. He does that. So she said she wrote in her will. So until the day she died, she always cleaned herself. When she had her menstruation cycles, or she had to clean herself, she would clean herself in the exact same way, with a cloth, with water, mixed with salt. She even said in her will, when she dies, she wants her body to be cleaned the same way. Water, salt, with some cloth. And she also said she wants to be buried with the necklace that the Prophet ﷺ gave. So it was beautiful. He turned the most embarrassing moment into an amazing moment. Now, I'm just going to end with a quick story. It's kind of like a funny story, especially for the older tweens, the ones that kind of hit puberty already, the ones that are kind of like in that young teenage phase, right? This kind of relates to you. And honestly, it relates to every adult as well, right? The Prophet ﷺ is riding, and he's riding with a Sahaba that was extremely, strikingly beautiful, Hashimi Qurayshi. And the Hashimi Qurayshis in Mecca, they were known, like you could just see them and you know that it's a Hashimi, because they're exceedingly beautiful, right? It's the family of the Prophet ﷺ. How can they not be? So this Sahaba, right, his name was Fadl bin Abbas. He was extremely, strikingly beautiful. And he's riding with the Messenger of Allah ﷺ behind him, right? So they're getting into Mecca, and a woman comes out, and she was a very young, beautiful, pretty woman. She comes out and she sees the Prophet ﷺ, and she's trying to get some water and asking him for water. And as she's talking to the Prophet ﷺ, she looks back and she sees Fadl, right? This handsome boy. So she starts checking him out. And he notices she's beautiful, and he starts looking at her, checking her out. And now it's like this awkward moment, right? Now look at the wisdom, and look at how amazing and soft and gentle the Prophet ﷺ is. In this manner, the Prophet ﷺ, he can see behind him, he knows what's going on. So he just goes, takes the Sahaba's face and just pushes it away, right? He like literally just pushes it away, right? And pushes it away to the other side, so the Sahaba knows, oh snap, like, what am I doing? So the Sahaba is like looking the other way. He realizes he doesn't even have to say anything to him. The lady automatically realizes the situation and readjusts herself and stops looking, right? And mashallah, the lady actually had a question for the Prophet, and she said, Ya Rasulullah, I have a father that's really, really old and infirm, and he can't make Hajj. Can I make Hajj on his behalf? Because he can't make Hajj anymore, and it's obligatory on him. And the Prophet said, Naam. He said, yes. So it's beautiful in these hadith stories in the seerah. A tiny little story like this, you get so much wisdom, right? You learned about Hajj. You learn about what's permissible. You learn about how the Prophet ﷺ disciplined one of the Sahabas in such a soft and gentle way, right? You learn about how you're not supposed to actually stare at each other and how you're supposed to lower your gaze. Like, there's so much you learn in just a story. And that's the beauty of the seerah, right? And our Prophet ﷺ was beautiful, inwardly and outwardly, right? Because there's one thing to learn, right? Like you guys are tweens, right? You learn, your mom and dad tell you, this is haram, this is halal. Don't do this, right? And it's a whole nother thing to hear a beautiful story of the Prophet ﷺ and be like, wow, this is how it went down. Like, we don't do it because look at this example. The Prophet ﷺ is saying, don't do this because of this, right? And, I'll end on this note. The Prophet ﷺ had great love and concern for you and all of you. Like, seriously, you listening to this, each one of you, all of us in the Ummah, the Prophet ﷺ loved you and loved us, right? He had deep concern. So much concern, he said, he made dua for his brothers, his brothers and sisters. And the Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, we're your brothers, right? Like, we're your brothers and sisters, right? And the Prophet ﷺ said, no, you're my companions, you're my Sahaba. My brothers, my brothers and sisters, right? They're going to come after me, they're going to come later on. And they will not have seen me, but they'll give everything up, just to be able to see me one time, right? They have so much love for me, and I long to meet my brothers, and they long to meet me, right? I long to meet them. And these brothers and sisters, in the end of time, Right now, inshallah, we long to meet the Prophet Sallallahu, right? And the Prophet ﷺ has so much concern that he said that you guys are like moths going around the fire, and you guys are like going head on in, and I'm like trying to save you, grabbing you guys, jumping in the fire, and just saving you guys from the fire, right? That's his perspective. He was gentle and merciful and beautiful, right, in everything he did. And he did all of this because he has so much concern for us. He loves us. He wants every single one of us to be with him in Jannah, right? And people think, on the day of judgment, well, I'm a major sinner. I did this bad thing and I did that bad thing, right? The Prophet ﷺ, on the day of judgment, he's going to be standing up and interceding. He's going to be getting people's back. He's going to be talking to Allah on behalf of, like being a lawyer, basically, on behalf of the major sinners of our nation. Like people, not like, people that are like committing so many bad sins, they, you might think they'll never go to Jannah. And the Prophet ﷺ is going to be like the representative on the day of judgment, trying to save them from going to the fire. He loves it and is so concerned for you and for me and for all of us, So these are just a few short stories. I know it's late. I hope you guys enjoyed this, inshallah. It's really, really exciting. There's nothing more pleasurable than reading the Quran and diving into the stories of the seerah. And this is the great secret that we have in connecting to the Prophet ﷺ. If you connect to the Prophet ﷺ and you love the Prophet ﷺ, everything becomes easy. So one of my teachers said, say, Ya Habibi, Ya Rasulullah. So say it from, even if you don't mean it, you just say it, Ya Habibi. Like, oh my beloved, I love you, Prophet ﷺ. Like, I want to know more about you, Prophet. I love you. Like, say it from your heart. Like, I want to visit you. I want to know about you. I want to know more. I want to know about your jokes. I want to know about how you dressed, how you interacted, how you raced with your wife, how you had food fights with your wife, right? How you wrestled with people, how you pulled practical jokes on your cousin, right? I want to know all the stories because we love him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he loves us, right? So, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salam ala Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Connect us to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bless us with being of those that get to dream of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and see him when we die and in the grave, in the barzakh, and in Jannah. Bless us with being with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Jannah to Firdaus, and fill our hearts with like knowledge and love and concern and longing for the Prophet ﷺ. Give us a portion of that, Ya Allah. And Ya Allah Ta'ala, protect us inwardly and outwardly, Ya Allah. And keep on giving us stories and knowledge that increases our connection to you, Ya Allah, and to the Prophet ﷺ. Allahumma ameen, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli wa sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammadin salatan tunjina biha min jami' al-ahwali wal-afat wa taqdinana biha jami' al-hajat wa tutahhiruna biha min jami' sayyat wa tarfa'na biha indaka ala darajat wa tuballighuna biha aqsa al-ghayat min jami' al-khayrat fi al-hayati wa ba'da al-mamat. Ameen, Ya Rabbil Alameen.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khair, Brother Batti. Next up, we're going to have a beautiful Nasheed. It'll be by Brother Ammar. So he'll take it away, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum, NBIC, the New Brunswick Islamic Center. I'm so happy to be able to be here to share with you some nasheeds and what I'm passionate about in this beautiful month of Ramadan. As you guys know, our rewards are multiplied. The good deeds are multiplied. Allah's mercy is everywhere and his forgiveness. And that's just because Allah is Al-Wadud, the most loving. He is Ar-Rahman, the most compassionate, Ar-Rahim, the most merciful. And so we are blessed with this beautiful month. And you just heard a beautiful story about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was sent as a mercy to the world, as a mercy to you and me and to mankind, to help us, to guide us, and to remind us about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to show us to understand our faith and our religion. So we love the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam because Allah sent him as a mercy to us. And once you really know him, you will start to love him. So if you don't feel that love and appreciation and his gentleness and his kindness and his compassion, then what that means is that you don't truly know him yet. You need to learn about more of his stories, and such as the ones you guys just heard, because that's when you start to see how he interacted with people and how he was on a day-to-day. This is why people truly loved him, because of how he behaved, how he acted, and how he was a walking Quran. So tonight I have the opportunity and the privilege to be able to share with you 3 short nasheeds, 3 Islamic songs, inshallah, The first one is about the month of Ramadan, so I hope you guys can enjoy. It was by Native Dean, and it was one of my favorite growing up. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. We worship only Allah, Allah, that's what you'll find. Peace in your heart and your mind, Salah, go pray it on time. Brothers and sisters forming their lines, bowing their head to their Lord. Don't yawn, act like you're bored, but in your head make a list of all the things you need forgiveness, cause Ramadan is here, the blessed month of the year, fasting and not eating food, acting nice and not rude. Instead of watching movies today, let's go to the masjid to pray, staying late to make our salah, maybe 8 or 20 rakats. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. We worship only Allah. Together. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. We worship only Allah. Allah sent the Quran in the month of Ramadan to mankind, and I hope I find guidance, cause I know it shines all the way through the dark. If you're searching for the truth at heart, this is the month the angels come down, sent on errands all around, cause Ramadan is here, the blessed month of the year, fasting and not eating food, acting nice and not rude. Instead of watching movies today, use that time to worship and pray, staying up late to make my salah, maybe 8 or 20 rakat. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. We worship only Allah. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. We worship only Allah. Allah. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. This month of Ramadan, it really gets me so excited. That's why people are so desperate to reach it. It's an opportunity of forgiveness and blessings. You can exit this month with all of your past mistakes, the ones that you ask for forgiveness that you know, and then there's some you just kind of like you forget in the day-to-day, but you might make slip-ups and mistakes, right? Maybe your wudu wasn't as good as it could have been, but that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you do your best and you try to keep your prayers and you keep consistent, Allah knows that you just keep trying and you keep turning back to Him. And that's why He is the one who is al-afu, and the one who is, we ask Him, He's the one that we make tawbah to, right? So subhanAllah, in this month we repent and we turn back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We might have been distracted through the year, but Ramadan is that month to get back on track. And for everybody, it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, it doesn't matter if you like how your year was going. You know, people try to make New Year's resolutions. No, we need to make Ramadan resolution. And then when we exit, inshallah, we exit at a heightened level of iman and more knowledge and understanding of our faith and our religion, and draw nearer to the Quran and to the Sunnah and the tradition of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And like I mentioned before, when you learn about him, you will fall in love with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When you get those little, stories, it'll start to fill in the gaps, and you'll find out that this religion was made with rahmah, with ease and compassion. Of course, you have to do a little bit of work. Some people think walking outside, they're like, oh, it's so difficult, but you need to exercise a little, right? So don't think that it means that there's no effort. No, you have to put in effort. But it's effort that is more disciplinary, it's encouraging, it's supportive, and it builds up strength of faith and strength of understanding, so that inshallah we can live a positive life, that we contribute to others, inshallah, in the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this next one is about our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam by Maher Zain. Gönüllerde hasretin var, yürekler aşkınla çarpar. Sensiz dünya bizlere dar. Selam sana ey kutlu yar. With submission, faith and patience, you conveyed the noble message. Spread the light through your guidance. Peace be upon you, my beloved. Ya Habibi, Ya Muhammad, Ya Nabi, salam alayka. Ya Rasul, salam alayka. Ya Habib, salam alayka. Salawatullah alayka. Ya Nabi, salam alayka. Ya Rasul, salam alayka. Ya Habib, salam alayka. Salawatullah alayka. Teri mohabbat ki mehek se ye zamin asman abad hai. Rahmat ki barsat aati hai. Dilo jaan ya Rasulullah. أيها المختار فينا زادنا الحب حنينا جدنا بالخير دينا يا ختام المرسلين يا حبيبي يا محمد يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه. Inshallah, that was about the Prophet ﷺ, and that was in Turkish, Arabic, English, and Urdu. And that just goes to show that the message and the love of the Prophet has spread all throughout the world, and each culture and each language, they write poetry and song in his love and remembrance, because they're attached and they're grateful for his path and for his way towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the path in line with all of the prophets before him. So inshallah, in conclusion, what is that path and that shared message of all the prophets? We will end with one of my favorite nasheeds by Masud Curtis, and it's called La ilaha illallah, also known as Every Night and Every Day. Every night and every day, every night and every day, never forget to say La ilaha illallah. Never forget to say La ilaha illallah. When you're walking down the street, use your time and repeat and say with every heartbeat La ilaha illallah, and say with every heartbeat La ilaha illallah. Everyone together. Every night and every day, every night and every day, never forget to say La ilaha illallah. Never forget to say La ilaha illallah. If you want to succeed, we must purify our creed and obey him in every deed. La ilaha illallah, and obey him in every deed. La ilaha illallah. Every night and every day, every night and every day, never forget to say La ilaha illallah. Never forget to say La ilaha illallah. To become completely free from your envy and your greed, ask Allah for help and repeat La ilaha illallah. And in your heart, plant the seed of La ilaha illallah. Last time, every night and every day, every night and every day. Never forget to say La ilaha illallah. Never forget to say La ilaha illallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I hope you guys enjoyed, and it was an honor to be able to be a part of your community this virtual Ramadan.
Jazakallah khair for that. That was amazing. That was incredible. Alhamdulillah. What a beautiful reminder. And inshallah now, you've listened to a story by Ali Balti. You've listened to the beautiful nasheeds by Ammar. And of course, we listened to the Quran in the beginning. Now we're going to actually jump onto Kahoot. So I will share that with you now. Okay. So mashallah, we already have so many people on board. This is incredible. Alhamdulillah. I wonder who named theirs koalas for lunch. I guess a boy. Okay, mashallah. So we'll give everybody one more minute to join, just in case they didn't see the comments on YouTube. Basically, you're going to go to Kahoot it, and you'll type in the game pin 124074. And inshallah, we'll see who ends up winning this Kahoot. I'm excited. I actually considered trying it out as well because I didn't actually make these questions. One of our volunteers ended up doing that, mashallah, and she did an incredible job. Let's see, okay, more people, 21, 22 players. This is great. Okay, we went down for a few, but let's see. Maybe we're getting creative with our Kahoot names. MashaAllah. Okay, mashallah. Keep them coming. Now, if you lose connection at any point during the game, you can always just rejoin by typing in that code. So write it down, or you can take a look at the YouTube comments, inshallah, and that's where we'll go with. Okay. Oh, mashallah, we even have Arabi name. I didn't even know that was possible on Kahoot. Mashallah. Keep them coming. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, since there's still names popping up, I'll give you a couple more seconds. MashaAllah. These are silly names. Oh, someone just has symbols for their name. I wonder how I'll announce if they win. Okay. Okay, all right, inshallah. Maybe if we hit 40 players, we'll start, inshallah. Okay, Flower Power, you're the one we're gonna go with now, inshallah. Remember, if you need to join at any point, you can always just retype in the, oh, Isa joined as well, okay. All right, so we'll get started, inshallah. Bismillah. Okay. First question is true or false? The Prophet ﷺ spent 10 years in Mecca and 13 in Medina. True or false? So at this point, you can select your answer. And let's see how many of us get it correct. The Prophet ﷺ spent 10 years in Mecca and 13 in Medina. Okay. We have 4 people who answered. Is everybody on still? Okay, so mashallah, 4 of you got it correct and 2 of you got it wrong. That's okay. No problem, inshallah. Let's see what goes on with the next one. Okay, a boy is in the lead. All right, inshallah, next. Which masjid is this? We have a photo on the screen. Al-Masjid al-Nabawi, Dome of the Rock, Masjid al-Aqsa, or Masjid Umar? Okay, now we've got more people answering. Make sure you select the answer before the time is up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 18 of us got it on this time. Okay, perfect. 5 of us got it correct. Let's see. A boy is still in the lead. Oh, no, Asad Khan. Here we go. That I think koalas for lunch moved down. They're no longer on the screen. That's okay. MashaAllah, we have a lot of smiley faces on here. That's nice. All right, next. He was the companion who used to call the adhan for the Prophet ﷺ. Who is Abu Bakr? Who is Ali? Who is Bilal? And who is Nasir? If you go to NBIC, you'll recognize they put Sheikh Nasir on there. That's nice. Okay, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. MashaAllah, 4 of us got it. Who is Bilal? 3 of us guessed Sheikh Nasir. That's nice. Okay, Ayub's in the lead. Nice. Keep it coming. Okay, next question. It's the longest surah in the Quran. Ali Imran, Al-Baqarah, Al-Naml, or Al-Nisa? Make sure to answer before the time runs out on the clock. Okay, we're getting a lot of you. 5 seconds left. Clock it in. Okay, all right. MashaAllah, only 3 of us got it this time. Surah Al-Baqarah is the answer. Let's see. Okay, we've got Smiley Face in the lead. Now, oh, and we have up here, Hamza Al-Qask ended up climbing up 22 places. Well done, well done. Remember, your goal is to have the best speed and to answer accurately. That's how you're going to rise in the rank, inshallah. Next question, Sayyida Aisha. She was the first young woman to convert to Islam. True or false? True or false? All right, mashallah. We have 10 of us who ended up getting it correct. Okay, so I think there's a lag issue with the questions. I don't think at this point in time I can slow it down. Maybe perhaps if I join the Kahoot as well and let's see. But mashallah, you guys are doing a great job. Here, let's see. Okay, Smiley Face is still in the lead. Oh, and Sujud is our highest climber now. That's great. Alhamdulillah. Moving on. Here's the next question. True or false? Every chapter of the Quran begins with the Arabic phrase, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. True or false? Okay, we have 27 of us who got on. 29. Okay, 11 of us got it right. Let's see. Oh, someone's on fire. This is the streak of 5. Smiley Face, well done. Let's see. Is our timing a little bit better now, everyone? Let's see what we have to say. Okay, so the answer time expires before you get to see the question. Let's see. Okay, how about this one? We are currently in Ramadan night 16. True or false? Oh, you have to guess the answers. Oh no. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to turn that timing feature off. Okay. How about this? What I'll do is I'll stop sharing this Kahoot and I'll adjust so that there's no timer. And that means that you've seen the first couple of questions. So that means that you're going to have a head start, inshallah. So let's just do that then. Okay, here we are. I want to make sure it's as fair as possible. Okay, so I've ended the game. Oh, it says that Hamza Al-Kas is the one who won for that one. So keep it up, Hamza. All right, let's see. Okay, inshallah, I'm logging on. Actually, in the meantime, while I fix this, I'll have us play. We'll actually look at the craft that we had lined up for you all tonight. It's called the Quran box, and it's actually a really amazing craft. Many of us who saw it behind the scenes on the team actually wanted to build it ourselves later on. It's by Sister Afnan, and inshallah, we'll play that so that you can watch the craft. You don't have to build it tonight. You can always watch it later on. We'll have it up for you on YouTube later. And then what we could do after that is restart the Kahoot, inshallah. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make a box to keep your Quran in. I gave it the name the House of Quran. Enjoy watching the video. Alright everyone, we're going to start with 2 pieces of cardboard. I cut them 9 inches by 7 inches. This should be able to fit in the regular sized Quran. If you have a bigger size or a smaller size, you could just cut any 2 pieces and leave some space all around the Quran. Now, on one of the cardboards, I'm going to leave 1/4 inch from 3 sides of the cardboard, and I'm going to start drawing the lines. I've cut 3 smaller pieces of cardboard. One is 8.5 by 2 inches, and 2 are 6.5 by 2 inches. This is based on the lines that I drew on the cardboard. So these basically have to go exactly on top of these lines so that we can form the box. After gluing the 3 sides of the box, you're going to let it dry for a little bit, and meanwhile you're going to go and cut 2 more cardboard pieces. So I cut 9 inches by 2 inches and 9 inches by 2.5. You have to make sure that the length of the pieces is the same as the length of the bottom piece of the box, and then the depth of one of them has to be the same as the box. In my case it's going to be 2 inches, and the other one is going to be a little bit more deep. I'm going to grab the deeper piece right now, and I'm going to make it wet. So you're going to have to apply some water to it so that you can make it bendable, so you can bend it basically. After the piece is a little bit wet where you can bend it, you can actually tape it to any cylindrical shape. After taping it, you're going to let it dry for a little bit on the side, and meanwhile you're going to cut small arched pieces that have a width of 2 inches or the same width of the other piece, and you're going to glue them to it. After this dries up, you're going to remove the tape, and then you're going to glue it to this piece. After gluing it, I just taped it from the sides, and now I'm going to glue it to the last open side of the box. Now after the glue dries up, you're going to bring the last piece and you're going to tape it to the box from the outside and from the inside. And now the box is ready for you to decorate it as you want.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna start this again. Okay, all right, so let's get this back on the road. All right, Bismillah. Okay, inshallah, you enjoyed that intermission and you enjoyed that craft. We'll be posting that so that you can follow it later on. And if you do end up doing it, then make sure to take a picture of it and share it with us, inshallah, so that we can see your results. Okay. Now, let's get the Kahoot back on. Okay, Bismillah. So here's the new pin, 6213212. So make sure to join on there. If you have to, I see some of you took inspiration to change your usernames. No more lag. Okay. Inshallah, no more lag. Okay. Great, great, great. Give you guys a couple more seconds to rejoin the new one. I like how you modified his to is back. Okay. I think we had a little bit of a war in the comments section going on. We'll see who wins. I did not know you could put emojis in the name. You learn something new every time. Oh no. Should I remove this one, Donald Trump? Hopefully you don't win. Sorry. There we go. Give you guys a couple more seconds to join. Ooh. I think I'm going to have an interesting time announcing who wins just from the overall usernames available. Oh, mashallah. Great. Okay, so we've reached our magical number. If you decide to join later on, or if you get disconnected and need to reconnect, the new pin to use is 6213212. It's in the comments if you lose track of that. Here we go. Bismillah. All right, so we already know a few of these questions, but let's see if you can get it with the right amount of speed. Bismillah. True or false? The Prophet ﷺ spent 10 years in Mecca and 13 in Medina. True or false? Okay, true or false? The blue is true, the red is false. Okay, we'll give you guys some time to insert your answers. Okay, I think that's our entire group here. All right, so everybody got to put in their answer. So even though we saw this question before, only 21 of us got it right. That's okay, inshallah. For the next question, we'll get it. Maryam is in the lead. Okay, all right, keep it up. Which masjid is this? So it's going to show a photo. You have Masjid al-Nabawi, Dome of the Rock, Masjid al-Aqsa, or Masjid Umar. See if you can remember it from the previous round. These are really funny comments. Yes, remember, speed is very important. So if you try to Google your answer, it might not help you. Yes, there's unlimited time now, so everyone gets their chance to answer. But that means everybody has to put in their answer. Otherwise, we will wait for them. Okay, there we go. MashaAllah, majority of us got it right. Masjid al-Aqsa. Let's see who is taking the lead. Okay, Maryam is holding on to the lead. Okay, next question. He was the companion who used to call the adhan for the Prophet ﷺ. Who is Abu Bakr? Who is Ali? Who is Bilal? Or who is Nasir? Okay, we're almost there. Almost all of you put in your answers. There's a lot of funny talk in those comments. I better see some of you end up getting those streaks. 48. Okay, mashallah, even more of you got this correct. 44 of us said Bilal, and that is correct. Okay, young Muslim is taking the lead. Here we go. Ooh, and we have to recognize Jannah has a streak of 3. Great job. It's the longest surah in the Quran. Which one is it? Ali Imran, Al-Baqarah, Al-Naml, or Al-Nisa? What is the longest surah in the Quran? By the way, if it helps, I'm reading it from the top to the bottom, right to left. Left to right, sorry, left to right. Spamming blue might not help. The questions will end up mixing up, so. But if that's your chosen strategy, best of luck, inshallah. Okay, just a few more people, and then we're going to see who has the highest score. MashaAllah, 42 of us got this one correct. Surah Al-Baqarah. Good job. Extra points, extra Kahoot points if you've memorized that surah already. Young Muslim is in the lead, and we have Maryam having the highest streak, answer of 4. Okay, true or false? Sayyida Aisha radiallahu anha was the first young woman to convert to Islam. True or false? True or false? Inshallah, this is a very good refresher for all of you. These are really good questions, mashallah. Okay, we're almost up. Just a few more. Okay. 43 of us got this correct. I wonder, inshallah, if there's a possibility we can all get one of these questions right. Let's do our best, inshallah. Let's see. Okay, Smiley Face made it back on the screen. And MK, the Beast, has the highest answer streak of 5. Well done, well done. Moving on to the next question. Every chapter of the Quran begins with the Arabic phrase, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. True or false? Every chapter of the Quran begins with the Arabic phrase, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. True or false? Okay. Probably waiting on one more. Okay, inshallah, it's true or false. You'll get it right 50-50 shot. Okay. All right, so most of us got it correct. False. Let's see if anyone can type in the comments which surah does not begin with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And extra points if you can actually say why. Okay, here we go. Smiley Face is still in the lead, and 13 players have reached their answer streak for 4 questions. That's incredible. Keep it up, inshallah. True or false? We are currently in Ramadan night 16. True or false? We are currently in Ramadan night 16. Okay. All right, so we have a few of you who've answered the question about which surah does not begin with without Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Well done. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to add points onto Kahoot, but inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you barakah for getting that right answer. Great job, everybody. We got 41 who got it correct. Let's see who's in the lead. Smiley Face is still holding down the lead. How are you doing it? Well done. Let's see. Zeno is the highest climber, up 6 places. Well done. Inshallah, we'll get to see you up on the big board. Next question. How many years will it take till Ramadan begins on April 23rd again? It moves up around 10 days each year. Do the math. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit more tricky. So how many years will it take for Ramadan to begin again on April 23rd? Consider that it moves up 10 days each year. So we have the answer choices of approximately 45 years, a decade, a century, or approximately 33 years. So let's see who our math wizards are tonight. Dean, I don't think there is a 1 millionth place. Oh, but you just got beat because Slata says 1,000,001. Very silly. As soon as I saw that question, I felt like the guy in this GIF right here. But let's see who can get it correct. If need be, I'll actually let you consult your parents for it. Whoa, 30 of you got it correct. MashaAllah, that's very impressive. Well done, well done. We have a lot of math wizards with us tonight, alhamdulillah. Okay, smiley face. You're still in the lead, MashaAllah. And Maryam is back with an answer streak of 3. Keep it up. I've seen the 2, I think all of you've been up before in first place. MashaAllah, not trailing behind by much. Inshallah, you got this. Here we go. We're at question 9 out of 20. Sayyidina Umar was so tall that his feet reached the ground while he sat on a horse. True or false? So Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anh, was so tall that his feet reached the ground while he sat on a horse. True or false? By the way, if you're just joining the Kahoot, go to kahoot.it and type in the gaming pin 6213212 so that you can participate, inshallah. Okay, waiting on the last few. Almost there. Okay. All right, here we are. 37 of us got it correct. We can do this. We can all get it correct, inshallah, on one of these questions. We have a few left. Let's see who's in the lead. Smiley face is still taking the lead. MashaAllah. Okay, and 5 players just hit answer streak 4. So don't give up. You can do it. Oh, Zahra ended up appearing on here too. Very nice, MashaAllah. Well done. Okay, next question. What does Sheikh Shadi recommend to do during the quarantine? None of the options. He loathes them all. Put the slouchiest sweatpants on. Eat directly from a tub of ice cream. Or wake up really late. Maybe this is going to be the question that we all get right, inshallah. So again, what does Sheikh Shadi recommend to do during the quarantine? Put on your sweatpants. Eat ice cream directly from the tub of ice cream, or wake up really late. Or none of the above. Bismillah. We're approaching all of our answers, locking them in. Okay, you can joke about it in the YouTube comments, but make sure you select the right answer because we're trying to get at least one question completely right. All right, last few, we're waiting on you. Oh, so the right answer is none of the options. He loathes them all, right? This quarantine is an opportunity for us to have productive days, right? And healthy days, but waking up really late, slouching with your sweatpants and eating directly from the tub of ice cream, those are not really productive things to do, right? So Smiley Face is still taking the lead. Oh, Bulti Kid is on the board here with an answer streak of 3. Keep it up. Okay, next question. Who was the most beloved wife to the Prophet ﷺ? Sayyidah Fatima, Sayyidah Aisha, Sayyidah Asma, or Sayyidah Khadija, radiallahu anhum. So which one of these was the most beloved wife to the Prophet ﷺ? See how you all do this time. Bismillah. Waiting on the last few. It's okay if you select the wrong answer by accident. That's fine. Okay, 37. Alhamdulillah, majority of you have been getting it right so far for this round of questions. That makes me very happy. Yes, the answer is Sayyidah Khadija radiallahu anha. And smiley face, I think it looks like you've dominated the lead for the for the past couple questions. And we have Yasmin being the highest climber, up 6 places. And these are all the same names on the top here. So keep up the great work, inshallah. Next question. Pick the correct order of the khulafa that reigned after the Prophet ﷺ's death. So we have the orders here. Abu Bakr radiallahu anh, Uthman radiallahu anh, Umar radiallahu anhu, and Ali radiallahu anhu. And then we have the next option, which switches the places of Umar and Uthman. The yellow option has Umar radiallahu anh, Muawiyah radiallahu anh, Umar radiallahu anh, and Ali radiallahu anh. And the last option, the green option, is Uthman, Kareem Abdullah Jabbar, Umar radiallahu anh, and Abu Bakr radiallahu anh. Radiallahu anhum kullun. Yes. I wanted to say something, but I feel like I might have given away what is not the answer. Let's see. Inshallah, we all get this one. So the 4 khulafa, they are the ones who succeeded after the Prophet ﷺ passed away. They were the leaders who led the Muslim ummah, right? So if after the Prophet ﷺ's history, it's very important to know about that as well. And mashallah, they all have very incredible personalities, and you might be similar to one or the other. So very interesting. All right, I think we're waiting on 1 or 2 more. Lock in your answers, everyone. Okay, 41 of us got it correct. Well done. So the answer is Abu Bakr radiallahu anh, then Umar, then Uthman, then Ali radiallahu anhum. Okay. Smiley face still in the lead. Asad, Maryam, Zahra, and Alina still at the top. And it says Qadri is back with an answer streak of 3. So well done. Okay, next question. Let's see. Which color dot marks the city of Jerusalem? So you have a purple dot, a green dot, a red dot, or a blue dot. So let's see who here knows our geography. We had a lot of mathematicians here tonight, so let's see who can get it. And don't Google this one. Let's see who can come up with it on their own. Just keep in mind that the purple dot is the orange answer. So just read the words when you're selecting. Okay, this is good. I think you guys can all see the image. Alhamdulillah. Okay, we're waiting on a few more. Make sure to lock in your answer. I think a few of you are trying to deceive each other with your answers. Apparently someone thinks the answer is John Cena. Okay, 31 got it correct. Yes. All right, smiley face still taking the lead. Asad, Maryam, Zahra, and Alina still on top. 4 players have reached answer streak of 5. Keep it up. Keep it up. Okay, question 14 of 20. This prophet came after Ibrahim, but before Yusuf alayhi salam. So we have Prophet Salih, Prophet Ishaq, Prophet Ayub, and Prophet Dawood. So let's see who knows their timeline of the prophets. This prophet came after Ibrahim, but before Yusuf. Make sure to lock in your answer. Oh, that's okay. Sometimes clicking the wrong answer is frustrating, especially because you can't go back and change it. But as long as you know it in your heart and in your mind, alhamdulillah, that's where you really win. Okay, waiting on a few more. Okay, lock in your answers. Okay, we've got our answers. They're locked in, and the answer is Prophet Ishaq. 33 of us got that correct. Well done. I still have that dream of us all getting it right. Whoa, our lead has changed. Asad, you've climbed to the top. Well done. Smiley face, it's okay. We can probably get you back. Try again for next time. Maryam, Zahra, Alina, and MK the Beast are now on top. And we have 3 players that have reached their answer streak. So remember, try to get the answers correctly consecutively so that your streak can go up. Okay, question 15 out of 20. So we're nearing the end here. The nickname of this companion was Al-Faruq, the Just. Was it Ali? Was it Hamza? Was it Umar? Or was it Abu Dhar? So which companion had that nickname? MashaAllah, it's very incredible that they had amazing nicknames that they gave each other like this. You all are a silly, silly bunch. 34 answers in. Everybody lock it in. Which companion had the nickname Al-Faruq, the Just? Okay. Last couple hopping in. Okay, I think we're waiting on 1 or 2 more. Bismillah, let's see if we get all of these correct. Waiting on 1 more. Okay, there we are. So, mashallah, 40 of us got it correct. Umar, radiallahu anh. Now let's see how our scoreboard is looking. Okay, Asad, you've kept your lead, and we have smiley face back up on the screen. Good job making it back up. I think you kicked off MK Beast, the Beast. But we have Maryam, we have Zahra, and we have Alina still on board, and we have Chowdhury up 6 places as the highest climber. Well done. Okay, next question. The lunar month begins when? Sheikh, oh, I think this was a, so ignore the red answer. The moon is a 2-day-old crescent. The moon cannot be seen for 2 days or none of the above. This question may or may not have been completed, but I would say definitely put in an answer. Okay, 32 of us got it right, but it's okay because the red option was not a proper answer. So, but alhamdulillah, the green was correct. Asad still in the lead. Keep it up. And we have up 5 places. Hamza Al Kas is the highest climber. Well done, well done. And I actually really want to know how you managed to add the I am on the top of your name. That's pretty clever. Next question. The Hijri month in which the Prophet ﷺ was born, the Hijri month in which the Prophet ﷺ was born, was it Muharram, Safar, Rabi al-Awwal, or Rabi al-Thani? So which Hijri month was the Prophet ﷺ born in? So make sure to lock in your answer. I don't think there's a way for you to see what place you're in. It just shows the top 5. But I think it does show you your amount of points, so you're going to be able to gauge how much you need to catch up. Oh, okay, there you go. Superscript, copy, paste, of course. Thanks for that. Okay, everybody, lock in your answers. MashaAllah, it's very helpful. Our team put a graphic on there too for you to reference. Okay. Waiting for the last few. Okay. Waiting on 3 more. Okay, 33 of us got the answer correct. The Hijri month in which the Prophet ﷺ born was Rabi al-Awwal. Okay, Asad, locking it in. And now we have 1412874S joining our board. Abu Ahmed is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Is this a parent that's participating? If so, no problem. Have fun. Okay. Quiz question. The red dot marks the city of, we have Quds, we have Jeddah, we have Mecca, or none of the above. So what does the red dot mark? Which city? Quds, Jeddah, Mecca, or none of the above? Make sure to select your answer quickly. That increases your streak points. Oh, so that means you do see what score, what position you're in. Okay. MashaAllah. Sarah Ahmed, yeah, make sure you pay attention to those lectures. They come in handy when you're playing Kahoots in the middle of the night with your local masjid. But alhamdulillah, it's also very good for you to know outside of this too. Okay, make sure to lock in your answers. Waiting on a few more. Okay, 14 of us got it right. Let's see if anyone in the comments can actually say what the city was marked. Which city was marked? Okay. We have Asad still in the lead. Alina Khan fighting for that lead. Maryam, Zahra, and 141, etc. Okay, we have Umar as the highest climber. Well done. Next question. How did the Prophet ﷺ break his fast? By the way, we only have this question and one more, so make sure your answers count. How did the Prophet ﷺ break his fast? All of the following options: milk, dates, or water. How did the Prophet ﷺ break his fast? I have a feeling this might be the question we all get correct. Okay. Make sure to lock in your answers. We'll see who ends up the winner. Okay, I see our answers coming in pretty quickly. Just a few more. I think the last group makes sure that they think things through very carefully. They're probably the ones who, when they are about to submit their exam, they just go over it a couple more times to make sure they didn't make a mistake. But sometimes with questions like these, it helps to go with your gut. Or it could be just internet connection. That could be a possibility. Okay, lock them in. 2 or 3 more. We're waiting on you. Oh, okay. The answer was all of the options, but I understand why someone might have selected dates. You might be thinking of what is the first immediate thing he consumed. That's okay, inshallah. Maybe the last question is going to be the one we get. Okay, or oh, did we reach the last one? I'm not sure, but just in case, we're going to look at this. Asad's in the lead, Alina, Maryam, 141, etc., and Zahra, Turan, you guys are all up. And we have Hamza al-Kas being the highest climber again. Oh, that is it. Oh no, there's one more. Okay, what does NBIC stand for? Okay, maybe this is the question that we all get. Bismillah. North Brunswick Islamic Community. Wait, I'm really confused right now. Noble Bubblegum, Incredibly Chewy, or New Brunswick Islamic Center? What does NBIC stand for? Okay, Bismillah. Hopefully, inshallah, we all get this one correct. We are answering this one a little bit slowly, so we'll go through the options again. What does NBIC stand for? North Brunswick Islamic Community. Wait, I'm really confused now. Noble Bubblegum, Incredibly Chewy, or New Brunswick Islamic Center? Because we're trying to achieve all the right answers, it's okay if you need to ask someone for help. It's our last question. It's our last shot. Bismillah. We're waiting on those last few. Okay, 39 of us got it right. The answer is New Brunswick Islamic Center. New Brunswick Islamic Center. Very close. I think it was a very hard option, the North Brunswick Islamic Community, especially because NBIC is technically in North Brunswick, but it was meant for the New Brunswick community. Okay, here are our winners. Let's see. Maryam, 3rd place. Alina Khan, 2nd place. And our winner, Asad Khan. Well done. Well done, Asad. You've got a score of 27,000. Well done. All of you did an incredible job. And Asad, I have an item for you. It is the closest thing I could find that is a trophy. And basically, we're going to just call you the Kahoot King for the evening, inshallah. So that was our Kahoot. Jazakumullah khair for joining us. And we're going to jump right on to the next thing on our list. Okay, so this one's actually going to require that you stand up and move a little bit. Bismillah. So we're going to do the the question is, should we do this exercise or should we go to sleep? Let's take a vote. Why not? Are we sleepy now? Do we want to call it a night, or do we want to do this fun exercise challenge? Okay, we'll wait for you all to lock in your answers. In the meantime, we can prepare the challenge. Hopefully with all of that energy from the Kahoot, we're willing to, oh, okay. Someone wants us to go all the way till Sahur. Okay, so we could just, I'll describe the activity, and then if you choose to do so, then that's fine. I know it got really late. So this activity, some of you may be familiar with it. Basically, it's a spell your name and do the workout challenge. So what you're going to do is you're going to perhaps write your name down, and then underneath it, you're going to write down what exercise you have to do. And this could be something that you decide to do daily, maybe after Ramadan, when we all have the energy to exercise again. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to spell your name and you're going to match it to the exercise. So for example, NBIC, if we were to spell that out, you would have to do 10 push-ups, 50 jumping jacks, 60-second plank, and then you'd have to do 20 crunches. So what I'm going to do is actually provide these instructions for you in the chat box. So that's an example here. So if you have a really long name, that means that your exercise may be very long. So I will give you the alternative to do NBIC instead. So the activity that I put in the YouTube comments right now. You can take a couple of minutes to do that. And then when you're finished, you can come back on and let us know how it went. If you decide that the exercise you had lined up is not enough of a challenge, what you can do is actually add your last name. So for example, my first name and my last name would end up resulting in, my last name is 11 letters, so I would end up doing a lot more exercises. So that's up to you. You can decide to do that. And so we're going to leave that up. So I am seeing some people vote for sleep, but if you're willing to try, go ahead and you can even share it with us what you're going to end up doing. All right, let's see how we have some who are already saying they're going to sleep. Okay. No, but this is good. This is good. It'll get your energy up, and maybe afterwards you can read some Quran or pray some Qiyam. That's true. That's true. If you are commenting, you are not exercising. So let's have you all go ahead and exercise, inshallah. Okay, I see some of you have some very long names, so this is going to be a challenge. Okay, hopefully, inshallah, you'll end up working a sweat and feeling really good afterwards. Burn some of that iftar that you may have consumed over the past 16 nights. Okay, so we're going to give everybody, let's say 5 minutes. Do as much of the workout as you can, and then inshallah we'll rejoin in 5 minutes. Okay, inshallah, you can let us know when you jump back on, inshallah. We have one more challenge for the night. Okay. Wow. So we have Kareem Rifai. He has to do 40 crunches, 15 push-ups, 60-second plank, 120-second wall sit, and 50 jumbo squats. That is a fun workout. Do our initials count as our names? If you're really tired and that works for you, then we'll take it. It is also 12:38 at night. Okay. Sumaya ended up successfully completed her first syllable. That's great. Okay, Muhammad's also suggesting that you abbreviate. Well done, Fatma Bhakti. You did both your first name and your last name. Oh, Nusayba says no thanks. That's okay. as long as you exercise at some point, inshallah. Oh no, Ruqayya, that's not a great passion to have, sitting down. Unless you're studying. That's good. Right. Yahya says that he will die after this. Inshallah, you will be okay. We have a comment from NBIC. I am who I am. Oh, your arms hurt. Oh, let's see what your exercise was. H is 30 jumping jacks. 15. Oh, you had to do 15 push-ups twice. Okay, I understand why. Okay, we'll give you all 1 more minute to attempt to do as much as you can of your name. It's okay, Yahya, if you skipped half, that's fine. Wow, Muhammad Katovic completed his name. I'm under the impression yours would be the hardest one. Yes, we're going to do one small activity right after this. It's going to be our final one, and then inshallah we'll close. There should be breathing exercises after this. I thought you weren't doing it, Nusayba. Well done, Fatma. She did her first and last name. Yes. Maintaining the same exercise regimen is probably very difficult while you fast. I understand that. Okay, wrap it up, everyone. Get those last push-ups in, get those last jumping jacks in. And then while you cool off, I'm going to introduce the next activity, inshallah. Okay, finished. You did your whole name. Well done. Okay. All right. So let's move on to our next one. Well done to everyone who was able to finish their entire name. That's a very incredible feat, I'm sure. All right. So for the next challenge, the next activity, what we're going to have you do is run really fast and get yourself a piece of paper and a pen or pencil. And what we're going to do is write a letter of appreciation to our mothers. This is also Mother's Day weekend, and every day should be Mother's Day. Basically, what you're going to do is write a quick, lovely note for your mother, and then inshallah, hand it to her right afterwards. So I'm going to give everyone, let's say 2 minutes. Go ahead, get yourself a piece of paper and a pencil or pen, and we're just going to write down things that we appreciate about our mothers, and we're going to hand it to them together, inshallah. So let's all run ahead and do so, and we'll wait, inshallah, for everyone to say that they've completed the task in the comment section. If you have to do an FBI investigation to find a pencil, oh no. What if your mom's asleep? That's a very valid point. What you can do is save it for her and then give it to her tomorrow morning, inshallah. Or during suhoor, which is in a few hours. So it could be as brief as you would like it to be or detailed as you'd like it to be. It could just be, I love you, mama or mother. If your mothers are watching, it is still an opportunity for you to show your appreciation. So definitely still hand her a letter. That doesn't disqualify it. She won't know what you're writing, so you could write something that could surprise her or impress her. And be creative with it too, inshallah. Well done, Ahmed. I'm sorry that you are feeling sore. That's a nice one. Muhammad says, thank you, mother, for making me food. But since I read that one out loud, now you're going to have to change it, add a little bit more. Okay, NBIC is helping Zaid out by telling him how to write a letter. You can spell mom, M-O-M. There, done, wham, bam. Okay, thank you, Asad. MashaAllah, you're on top of your game tonight. Very impressive. So for those of you who are saying that your mother is watching, that is still an opportunity for you to write her a letter of appreciation and give her a big hug while you're at it. I wonder, those who are typing here, have we done the activity? Make sure to run and go grab your pencil or pen. Ooh, extra points if you draw an illustration on there too. All right, how are we doing on those? That's okay. If your mom is asleep, you can just give it to her the next day, inshallah. Now remember the importance of the mother in Islam, right? They provide so much for you, and inshallah, writing a very brief letter or however long you'd like to make it is the smallest of things that we can do, right? And make sure during this Ramadan that you make a lot of dua for them, because they contribute so much to our everyday lives. They cook us our favorite meals. They help us when when we're down, and some of them allow us to use their phones while we're doing Kahoots. So MashaAllah, that's a very beautiful letter, Amr. Thanks, Mom, for waking me up for suhoor and convincing me to fast during this blessed month of Ramadan. Well done. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. What's our progress? Okay, we have some questions that are not relevant to the task, but hopefully that means you are finished. Okay. All right, inshallah. And if you were able to give the letter to your mom, let us know how she reacted. Inshallah, she's very happy with you. All right, so what we'll do now, set a timer. I'm going to put 1 minute on the clock. And then that'll conclude the segment of mother appreciation. Oh no. Oh no, why is Ruqayya fired? Uh-oh. Oh, thanks for letting me wear sweatpants. Oh no. Okay, inshallah, let's wrap this up, everyone. Hopefully you got your letters made or letters submitted. Okay. All right, so that's our alarm. Inshallah, you all were able to at least begin writing the letter of appreciation for our moms. Alhamdulillah, jazakum Allah khair to all of the parents who allowed their students to and their children to be a part of the stream. Hopefully you all learned something, you all gained something, you enjoyed the activities, and inshallah you'll be able to do the craft later on. We'll make sure to upload it onto here, and that is a Quran box. Oh, we have some of the responses for what you sent. MashaAllah. Bibi Muhammad's mother is the best because she helps her and him and everything. MashaAllah. Okay, inshallah. So what we'll do now is we will have a closing by Dr. Shadi al-Masri, and then we'll have a wonderful night, inshallah. And make sure to stay up to date with NBIC programming. Inshallah, we have a taco box that's available for you to have for iftar. So for the parents watching, you can do that. And inshallah, stay tuned for other programming that we have for the youth coming up. Inshallah. Jazakum Allah khair.
Unbelievable. Assalamu alaikum, kids. We all had a great time, and some of you did really well on the quiz, especially Asad's mom and dad, who won the whole thing. Fatima, are we going to do this again? Because this was really fun.
I think we definitely need a round two.
Yes. Who here wants to do a round two? Vote in the chat box that we should do a round two.
Inshallah. Some of them can redeem themselves and others can continue to hold their top spots. Oh, we already have a yes. A round two, okay. Inshallah, looks like the majority have spoken here.
Well, some people don't know how to spell two. That's the first problem. We've got a lot of yeses. We have a few spams. All right, here we go. So we got an overwhelming round two.
Like it. I think we're gonna have to continue to make more challenging questions.
Yes, more challenging questions. I think the questions may have been too easy.
Yes,
And
inshallah, next time they can all get it. We'll get one question at least correct.
we're all going to have to make sure that the camera is focused in on Esad's house to make sure that Belichick-style cheating doesn't happen again. Okay.
Looks like it. Looks like that's what we're going to have to do. We have a very passionate yes from Yusuf. That's good, alhamdulillah.
All right, kids. So let's wrap it up here. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. جزاكم الله خير.
have to. That's the way it works. At the end of everything, you're supposed to.
There. That's how much I'm going to give him. Up there in the chat box.
I am adios, folks.